So large companies typically depend on legacy systems built decades ago, and they can also use financial products like funds to get passive income from their accumulated assets. They also have accountants, like the best accountants available to optimize for spending. And these companies can accumulate hundreds of people that may not necessarily be utilized entirely efficiently. And this is often because there may not be enough defined projects, even when there's sufficient capital held by the company. It might be because of a lack of detail and clarity surrounding value flow. Money needs to flow where value is being generated. However, many companies and investment firms may invest in technologies and brands by name without looking exactly where the money is flowing. A significant amount of person hours and budgeting tend to be spent on sales and marketing, as well as maintenance and repackaging of previous legacy systems. Research and development can take months and years and can be a man-hour and asset-intensive activity. So it's not considered a favorable approach, probably from an accounting perspective, when compared with repackaging existing systems and utilizing large ad spends to dominate the market and compensation. When a recession approaches, what can happen is that the majority of employees that are made redundant are from the bottom of the hierarchical structure and tend to be at the technical and by association the value generation level. And it's worth noting that oftentimes technical people can be viewed as interchangeable from a HR, accounting, and management perspective. Large companies today also tend to exclude a majority of the market by exclusively focusing on business-to-business contracts or B2B contracts and not involving smaller entities. And this can limit the market's ability to determine and contribute value, right? Which is something. So in addition, large companies can buy smaller companies without having any utilization plans for the additional employees from the smaller company. From a regulation perspective, a possible means of including the wider market in confirming and contributing value may be to limit large marketing budgets and ad spends. This may allow for smaller companies to compete and become more noticeable. In order to get the market's ability to determine and contribute value back, I think the solution to involving the market more might be to utilize market platforms, which use resource gradients to encourage members of the market to solve complexity for other members of the market. So this is why I commissioned and managed CelesteAI.com, which is a platform where customers and vendors can buy and sell labeled machine learning data, and to encourage more market-orientated opinions of products. I personally coded and deployed Prodigy.com. Both links are in the description. So Prodigy.com is a social media website centered around products and reviews. By letting people post about the products that they are familiar with and enabling people to react to posts, it can become clearer as to if and why a product is favored by the market. If you want to save products for later, you can react to a post, so it can also act as a sort of shopping or gift list. But back to concluding my points on the overall market. I think that there are clear global economic issues that occur when large companies, one, can subsist off of funds and old products indefinitely. Two, retain large quantities of people without clear planning and a sufficient number of defined projects. Three, they can buy smaller companies and incorrectly utilize the resulting new employees. Four, they can exclude the market in the valuation of companies, products, and activities by use of huge ad spends, huge sales forces, and business-to-business contracts. And finally, they can make the technical workforce take the brunt of downturns, which can undermine value generation. It's important to remember that money has to represent value. It's therefore important for high-level financial persons to respect the value generation level of the business, as well as the required detail in monitoring value flow.